Well, this is the one we've been waiting for all day. This is Destiny. We convinced the Lukes, Luke Smith, Luke Timmins, to bring us copies of Destiny with the new, I'm going to watch my terminology here. Luke took me to task for saying 3 letters he never wants to hear.
Yeah, I don't want to hear you call it a DLC again, man. I'll choke you out. Have you guys ever had someone deliver a Stone Cold Stunner on stage?
No, we need like ropes and turnbuckles on the stage now.
I mean, I will stun him. I will stun a man.
That'll be the post show. I said, don't you dare call this a DLC because it's much bigger. So why don't you tell us what we're going to be seeing today?
Timmins?
What, today?
What are we looking at today?
We're going to be showing off our new objective game mode for Crucible. It's called Rift. So it's sort of like anybody who played Neutral Bomb Assault, single flag CTF. Basically, it's the first mode we're going to be playing. So there's going to be about 30 seconds in, there's going to be a spark that spawns in the middle of the map. We're going to be playing, we're showing off probably 2 new maps for Rift here. Spark spawns, everybody gets in position, team captures the spark, you run into the enemy's Rift. And there's a little treat when you go to score. It's ridiculous. We call it the dunk. You do a sweet dunk, annihilates everybody around it. It's a lot of fun. It's a great mode.
Look, you're a huge sports fan, so this must be a game type you love.
I am a huge sports fan. I remember when we were early on talking about the dunk. There wasn't always a dunk. There was like an early.
This is true.
An early prototype of a non-dunk, and
you need
You
the flair.
walked in, and like basically it was like bang, and the score came up, and he was over there. He's like, can we do something
Can
cooler?
we do
We're
something
like,
more special?
do
Can
we
we
have
have a
time?
dunk?
Throws the controller down, going.
So then, like, this is what happens. Like, you give a couple, you're like, all right, animators, try something cool, and they're like, all right. And when we saw it, we're like, what? And they're like, we have a backflip too. If you go in backwards, you do a backflip, and we're like, are you kidding me?
So you get bonus points for using the back door.
Yeah.
So as you do in any good game,
Right?
A metaphor for life. But like I said, one of the videos we have in our reel up here that we play sometimes between segments is the Vidoc for you guys for this. And I have a man crush on your. It's a visual effects artist who only talks with his hands and sound effects.
Dave Samuel is something
Amazing.
else, man. That is the guy. He's the guy in the
It's
effects
the
team who-
snapping, I think.
Yeah,
that gets it.
yeah. It's like this.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
The
absolutely
sound
incredible.
effect also for the Sunbreaker when the hammer is stolen. It's good.
Okay, well you have 4 what we like to call experienced Destiny players up here on the stage.
While Smith was talking to you, I was getting him ready over here. So we're gonna dong. It's gonna be good.
Let's do it.
All right,
we're all set. Can we get started?
We didn't talk about how well you were gonna do, but what I am gonna do is just watch and point out all the things you screw up.
That's fine. It's like my childhood all over again.
I believe in you. You can do this.
That's all
That's
part of
called-
couch co-op. Is you gotta get
call you
heckled by
dad
your
at any
friends.
I just watched that dude sing a bunch. He should be really tired. He's toweled off.
Tired
Like,
for Destiny, baby.
He was singing The Darkness.
No.
It's actually quite fitting.
All right, so
started.
you want to go into set destination. You're gonna let's pick Rift. There you go. There you go, right there. You guys go do it at the same time. You got to do it on that side as well.
Okay.
Set destination, pick Rift. Boom. All right, you guys ready? Go to launch.
Ready?
3, 2, 1 execute.
You were before.
that was good. You
You're a
guys
little
pressed the
early.
button
I was
together.
early,
It's
my
a
bad.
well-oiled
They like it
machine.
when you're early, right?
You have these guys. You have these guys set up. Here.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna be playing either Bannerfall or Frontier. We'll see what matchmaking picks for us, and we'll talk about the maps in a little bit when they come up. But here we go. Searching. You find your Guardians. It's gonna be good.
They're like
Look
Russian
at these
Olympic
ships.
gymnasts. We keep them in a camp, train them all their lives, just to hit the button at the same time.
Who are these fine gentlemen and possibly ladies playing with us?
I
have no idea.
have no idea.
Really?
I think some of the
Bungie?
people are folks playing at the booth, but they asked us to use like kind of crappier players for this, so that it wasn't like just shameful.
We did not want to. We did not bring the
okay.
the Bungie
Yeah,
A
let's
team
see
is
what
not
happens
here.
now.
Okay.
We actually held them in the back. We'll bring them out if we need them, but
But hey,
size that
good job
ship.
on the inclusion there.
Yeah,
Way to go.
Bulky.
What, the
Shout out to
inclusion?
Equality.
Oh yeah, of course.
Breaking out the sausage party that we have up here apparently.
There's a woman out there who plays Destiny.
Dude, listen, 2 of the best people in my raid have characters that are better than me and save my ass constantly are 2 ladies from the community side. They're incredible.
They also
Women
prefer
are
to play with your
wonderful.
child.
What's that?
They also prefer to play with your child.
Oh yeah,
Your own kid.
my son Teddy, he's 10. Plays Destiny. Everyone wants
we're
to play
playing
with
on
him instead of making
Frontier.
Okay.
well, we're getting old, man.
This map is just on the outside of the city. So we're playing on Earth. We're right outside the city. This is actually near Twilight Gap, where the infamous gigantic battle with lots of Guardians died.
You're giving some lore
I don't know
here.
if
This
you know
is great.
This is,
are you
most
writing the
people-
Grimoire
Most
card?
people don't know this. Most people don't know this. So the Battle of Twilight Gap was like the Alamo. Fucking tons of Guardians died, and they took all the armor from all the dead Guardians, and that's how they made Gallarhorn.
And now we're gonna play
Is that
PvP
real?
on it.
All right,
Reference.
so here we go. Get in position. You want to run over, find that spark. Spark's charging. Get in position. We
Nice.
already have a kill. Smith, we're going to win this. I feel pretty good about our side. That's the new grenade right there. Just saw that going on. Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Hake shotgun massacring people. It's good.
So it looks slightly slower to fire, but more powerful. Is that what's going on there?
So one thing, Smith, you want to talk about the weapon branding?
Yeah, as soon as I'm done burping.
Okay.
Oh!
Yeah, we'll just vamp for a second.
All right.
So, hey, Timmins, everyone assumes, I assume. I mean, I have mad respect for you guys, but you just go to work, push a button, you go home and you get Galahorn. That's the way that works, right?
About that.
So I have 3 level 34 characters. I just got Galahorn on June 3rd of this year.
Really?
It was a big deal.
I believe you texted me.
I did.
Yeah.
It was 12:30. I woke up my kids. I was screaming, and it was awesome.
I don't have it. I'm so jealous.
I still don't have
I don't have
Mytho. I still don't have Fatebringer.
You have a Hawkmoon, though.
I do have a Hawk.
Yeah. So,
Colton, when Colton got his Galahorn, I think like a month ago or 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
he made a Periscope and immediately went on the net and had a party.
Oh, yeah, man, it was great. I had
Galahorn
everybody-
pie.
So the wrist over there. We're gonna get close to it. Get close to it. Your team gets in position. All right, go collect it. Go collect it. You're getting shot. Okay, now you're gonna go find. You're
All
gonna
us.
turn around. Follow that waypoint. Get to the rift. There you go. You're safe.
That's a lot of points for just picking it up.
Your team. Okay, so your accruing score. The farther that you carry it in the upper left-hand corner of the run of progress.
Oh, come on.
You got him. You got him. Shotgun.
Get out of here.
Again, another.
that guy ran away from you after what you did to
There's
his
your
friend.
team. So basically, it's like a gigantic rugby
Go.
scrum. Your team wants to where's the dunk.
Oh! Good done, dude.
Go do it again. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, there we go.
And there's Dave.
Celebration.
Just the disrespect.
You're gonna draw a penalty, man. So before we got off of the Galahorn tangent, you were talking about weapon branding?
Yeah, so one of the things that you're seeing here, definitely on the mainframe, is the Hake shotgun. It's one of our new weapon foundries. So what we've done was ooh, sorry, I got distracted by you throwing.
Yeah.
We've added these new weapon foundries to the game. A bunch of them are based on existing exotics from Vanilla Destiny.
Ran out of weapons.
Some guys will notice they have like an Omelon weapon or a Suros weapon in their arsenal. And what we've done was we imagined what would happen if the forces of the city, upon recovering these exotics that players love, did what you would do in a future military-controlled world. Like, you'd start mass-producing weapons to send dudes out into the wild. So, like, the Hake weapon or the Suros weapon that I can see that you can't is an example of those weapon foundries. And those weapons are going to have unique properties, unique capabilities, and, of course, like, unique audio, gameplay, a bunch of cool stuff that the Sandbox team, the art teams at Bungie have been working on for a while.
Well, I like that because Cirrus Regime is one that I've been chasing for a while as an exotic. And to know that I can at least get something close to it, you know, just by progressing through the game and playing it
xenophobic.
and kind of force it, that actually makes me feel a little bit.
So do you see the runner where he is, the enemy runner?
No,
You
you do
don't see
not.
him? Okay.
Nope.
So you can be a little bit stealthy if you...
And the runner, absolutely. So like you get points the more that you carry, the spark and the and yeah, you don't know where he's at.
In
The
terms
run-
of distance
wanted
or
to
in
see
terms
you
of
have it
time?
later.
distance and
Oh,
also
before,
and
haven't
also
you?
the also
I know
the
what you're
dunks.
Okay, so I'll make sure.
Nice. Oh, somebody's binding. Oh god.
I need a little backup on my team here.
So, even before you guys launched the title, you were talking about this as being a 10-year franchise. That's the plan. And is this like year-round? You guys are releasing this but working on something else?
We're always up to all kinds of stuff. Like this fall, the way we're starting to talk about the game outwardly is which year are we in. So Vanilla Destiny, as people have started calling it, I think that's a pretty good term. That basically is year one. Year one is Destiny, the House of Wolves, and the Dark Below. And the Taken King really represents our beginning of year two and all the stuff that we're going to bring to players, in the coming year, beginning this September.
But I mean, but the 10-year thing for us, I mean, one of the most important things that we talk about is, the contract that we have with our players who play is that we're going to keep releasing adventures, and the thing that we promise is that for every adventure, you're going to come back and you're going to see your Guardian. You're always going to have your Guardians there that you've made. I mean, they're always going to be there for you.
And it's great. Destiny in year one brought back some of the things I really missed about gaming, where you have like, it's almost like bowling night. You know what I mean? There's a group of people that I have, and every night, every week on Wednesday, we're going to run Crota. And then if I have time, we do Vault of Glass as well.
I do the same. I mean, I play with my best friends. We play Nightfall every Tuesday. I've got my raid group every Wednesday, and then Saturday is a special night for me because that's Trials nights.
Yeah.
I was saying before, what I really liked about that reveal cinematic was the reveal of Oryx and how it's in the voice says, "You killed his son," and I was like, I killed him so many times once a week.
Did you ever kill his son by unplugging your LAN switch?
Never.
What?
Not ever.
Can you talk more about that? I've never heard of that.
He's especially upset about that. But kidding aside for a second, like bringing a villain like Oryx into the world, who's connected to this villain that players killed already, allows us to give the world this agency and give the player this agency and curiosity when they're running around the world and when they jump back in year 2. Like, how is what they're going to do going to contribute to where we're going next? Like, those are the questions we want players to ask while they're playing the game.
And I hope that people who played Dark Below, when we introduced Eris, and Eris is a great character. She had a bunch of great lines. She's just raving about, there's like, he's coming. You go, who the hell's coming? And then one of the first things you see in The Taken King is Eris is like, he's here. And you're like, oh my God. And he's terrifying.
Yep.
And that's Oryx. And that, so it's fun to see the characters. Zavala's going to be back. We hope that people are starting to build. They're like, oh yeah, these people I recognize. They're familiar with the story. So.
It's amazing how much of the story people pick up through the exotics too, and the stories there. Like every part of the game has some kind of lore built into it, and the players can dive down into it or not if they don't want to, and they can just bounce off the narrative. Because some people don't care. I myself have never been much of a Crucible player. That's just I tend to focus more on co-op and campaign. So one of the things about like Crucible is I'm curious, will the new game types be in the Iron Banner?
Will the new game types be in the Iron Banner?
Yeah.
That is a great question. That.
Go ahead, dude. Go.
I hope so. Yeah. you.
Here's the thing about, so one of the things that people have asked us a lot this weekend, and we're not just being evasive douchebags, like they want to know what's going to happen to their character, how are they going to power up, what sort of activities and rituals are going to be available this fall. We're just not talking about it yet. Like we basically revealed the game this week, and all of those adventures that you're going to get to go on, the way you're going to get to push your Guardian through the world this fall, we're going to talk about over the course.
There's a
of the summer.
whiteboard at Bungie with sticky notes. That man right there is like, well, what the heck? Yeah.
Sticky notes.
Sticky notes on a whiteboard.
Perfect runner, yo.
Oh, you did it?
I'm the perfect runner.
Whoop.
How you doing?
There you go.
There you go.
I did okay.
Let's look at, you did, okay.
Well, every time, Adam, we got to look at one of your death screens, it gave us a chance to talk more about the game. So thanks for that.
Oh,
That was
that's
nice.
fantastic. Anything I can do to help you?
Do you want me to tell everyone what your KD is there, or do you
Did I
want
only
to
do-
share?
I only
say
got
that
9
first?
kills?
Not a bad showing.
That's not. I'm usually.
all right.
I'm usually 1.5. Sorry.
Well,
I
in
was
Adam's
out there
defense,
carrying. I wasn't trying to kill people. I was trying to carry.
Oh, okay. No,
I can kill people anytime I want.
I wanted
You
to
weren't gonna
try
be
every
main slayer.
weapon. That was.
You
my
didn't want to be
thing.
main slayer.
No, I'm not main slayer.
Yeah. Switch.
I'm helping out. I'm carrying.
I'm losing my earpiece
Oh.
here. So if you guys are shouting in my ear, it's going unheard. Oh,
That was a really
Off to
interesting
a
map
rough
because
start,
I like the.
Bernie. No, I got
It was like a
this.
tug of
That's
war.
part of the flair.
Basically,
That's my
I like. It was very
personal
small. It
Yeah.
made sense for that game type.
The part that we're trying to get across to that
Yeah.
mode is there's the initial setup
That's
where everybody's
right,
getting
right.
position,
It took this-
and then there's the spawn, there's the fight, and then there's
This
that
thing, yeah.
scrum, there's that push where you're basically trying to have your team work forward. No.
That initial, the thing you're describing reminds me a lot of the first 15 seconds of the Halo 3 map, The Pit. That thing where you were like, there's the rockets in the
Yeah.
hallway.
You want the
You're setting
rockets.
up, watching down, you want the rockets. It's, like that. I've had the same sort of feelings playing Rift as I had
We
there.
also found one of the new subclasses were showing off the Night Stalker, the bind and the bow, and that when the spark first spawns, if you have hunters that know what they're doing, initially you see the entire other team gets bound, guy runs in, captures the spark, starts running, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So the bow has an effect on the other players.
The bow does a lot of bad stuff to other players.
As a hunter, I'm very happy
If
with
you
it.
hit a guy with the bow, he's dead. If his friends are near him, they're tethered. And if their friends are near him, if your enemies are in their super state, so run around with Storm Trance or Blade Dance or whatever other OP stuff those guys run around with, it turns their super off too.
All right, so we're
Oh,
going
it does?
Yeah.
So your blade dancer can be cancelled.
Oh yeah.
It's just,
All right, so we're going to Bannerfall. It's our other new map we're showing. This is actually my favorite map that shows off Rift. I love this map.
I was gonna say this looks like a tower.
Yeah,
Like,
this is
tower.
it's a different
Oh,
tower.
is this an old tower?
Yeah.
Is it the one they talk
looks
about?
amazing.
You're gonna see. It's gonna be awesome.
You're Bernie, you look very focused right
Talking about the other tower.
now.
Get there, get ready,
Gamer
get
face.
position.
look, it's all solid. Look, I'm in.
Bernie, you might not want to use the pistol. I was hoping we would have something more powerful than Thorn given to us, but it's
Get
not.
ready.
Get out of here. I use the hand
It's
cannon
such a
all the
tense
time.
moment.
Get ready. And you can lay that grenade down.
Look out, look out, look out.
Oh, I'm not even close enough.
Oh, man. Oh, buddy.
I was trying to be sneaky behind that wall.
Oh man. Overall, though, I'm really digging the weapon design. I'm sure you guys were talking about it a little bit. It's very sleek, very futuristic, a lot different. Every time you guys have put out a new pack of content, I always like what you've done. Like the House of Wolves, everything's got spikes on it. It feels pretty awesome. All the Crota stuff felt very like Arachnid, and then all this is it's unique in itself. That it's like it doesn't really look like anything that's already out in the world, other than a few weapons that we've seen here and there. But I dig the overall aesthetic. Like that sniper rifle looks badass.
And I mean, what I'm hoping is that when you also, I mean, for the Taken King, when you start seeing new weapons, I mean, ideally you should be like, oh, that's Hake, obviously. Oh, that's Amalan. I mean, that's another part of it. You should be able to recognize that, and also then you should know, oh, like Soros weapons, like the way that the talents actually work on it are going to be predictable across all Soros weapons. So it's also part of it. It's not just visual as well.
Gotcha.
Jesus.
We've talked about them internally, like aspirationally. We want people to develop that like affinity they might have for a brand like Nike or something. We're like, I only run Suros. I like the way they look. I align them with the way that I make my character look. Like one of our themes for the reward economy in year 2 is we want to empower and enable a bunch more creativity and expression with players' avatars and their loadouts. And the weapon foundries that we're talking about today are a good example of one way that we're doing that.
I've found myself doing that just with the factions like New Monarchy or Future War Cult. I'm like, I really like the gear that I've gotten, and I feel kind of like I'm cheating on a significant other if I go over to Dead Orbit for too long. And I'm just like, I mean, I'd rather, I know, it's a strange thing, and I've done this on 2 different characters.
There's only one faction you should really care about, and that's New Monarchy. Just so you, I mean,
Why are you a New Monarchy zealot? What is it about that?
I like the way it looks.
Oh shit! Did he get a boost when he picked it up?
Oh god!
Pick up the spark.
Oh god!
Oh, you.
Did he get a shield when he picked up the spark?
Yes. That when you first get the spark, you have a little bit of a shield protecting you.
I ran up to him so cocky, and he got a shield.
Charging the spark.
I'm so grateful that my screen is not up for feed. I'm so grateful. Playing a Warlock
good.
on a
I believe in you.
PS4 controller.
Thanks, man.
Well, it feels pretty foreign when you switch to any of their classes, right? Like you don't play a Warlock regularly.
No, I play Titan. It feels like a totally new game.
Heavy. Okay, get ready. Get
That
ready.
guy's playing a Titan too.
Except, you know, the death screens look very cheap. look good. This is my experience that I'm used to.
We should when we have halftime, we should get you on a Titan.
Oh, look, there's a heavy ammo drop.
Oh!
No, because listen, if you switch to Titan, then I gotta back up my shit talk.
Another little thing that we've added in Crucible. If you look, when you actually look at the kill notifications, you'll see we call it now headshots. We call it better to call weapons. It's stuff we're just trying to do to make it easier to read and that kind of stuff.
Going back to what you guys were talking about earlier about lore being optional and those sorts of things, I'm actually really intrigued by just this map. So, is there a story behind this map, and does it play into the single player at all?
Yeah, no, I mean like there's an entire I mean I think one thing in the Taken King, and I know Smith is, we talked about this, is we're trying to do a better job telling. Every single release we have, we're trying to do a little bit better telling story, better strikes. I mean, across the board. And I mean, yeah, there's fucking awesome stories and history and lore behind a lot of stuff, and we're gonna keep doing a better job getting that stuff out. Like the story behind Gallarhorn that I told you. I literally only found that out like a week ago. When I heard it, I was like, what? Like, that's amazing.
What is the super?
It's gonna be that new one.
Do it.
How do I use this super?
Okay.
Sniper!
So you're gonna be basically throwing those flaming hammers and also running in for melee.
Okay.
So find a guy, get ready, pop it.
God.
You scared of that guy? Go get him.
Hang on, let me come around.
There you go.
Guy
And
brutalized me.
there you go. Just lob them in. Distance, lob them. Higher, ballistic. Oh God!
Bad at throwing. Bad at throwing. Get him!
There you go. Go. Get in there.
That's brutal.
There you go.
Enemy has the spark.
Flaming
And again,
hammers.
the cool thing about the Sunbreaker is again those he has both the ranged attacks. It's a ballistic, and then also he has the melee. So
Yeah, I love that you guys have added the new subclasses. I think that's like, it's going to make turning those bounties in just feel that much better. When it's just like, well, I got 2 exotics, I can only upgrade 1. It's nice to have something
Oh, I got no ammo.
to class.
Change the plan.
By this point, I'm sure everyone's decked out both classes on each of their characters at this point. But yeah, that excites me probably the most out of everything that you've shown so far.
Yeah, one of the early choices that you guys made, it was, there at release, even in the beta, was the way you handled radar, proximity radar, where it doesn't tell you exactly where everybody is, but you get an approximate idea of what direction they're coming from. I've always loved that. I think it's a great choice.
for years we iterated on that to try to figure out the balance there. And I mean, thank you, because that was amazing. There was a lot of work to get to that spot. I mean, yeah, we were really happy where that ended up.
Oh, there's a guy there. I'm so spoiled by Icebreaker, I keep forgetting to pick up special ammo.
I finally have a super.
Gotta get that special ammo.
What does he set up as for super?
So when you activate your super, you're just gonna hold down the right trigger and point your hands at guys. Like
Okay.
it's not, you don't have to tap the buttons or anything.
Heavy
Just
ammo on
let
the
it
way.
go.
1 minute.
I lost it immediately.
Not like that though.
I did the same. That is the worst case of blue balls you can ever get.
That's how I'm
Activate the
Titan.
super
Whenever I
and
do
just-
Striker for Fist of Havoc, I go flying in, and there's like some guy goes pip. That's always the biggest letdown.
Yeah.
We're also seeing, we're also showing off a bunch of the new grenades because, like, we're talking a lot about the supers, but each of the subclasses has a suite of new grenades as well. The Night Stalker has this really cool new horizontal sort of wall of void flame that comes up. It's really fun to play
30
with.
seconds
We're seeing here the
and
Titan has got this grenade called Match. It's a gigantic column of fire that goes out. The Hunter also has a smoke bomb that's ridiculous. I mean,
Jeez.
It's like a blind single target disable on monsters as well. It's,
and Guardians.
And the
Enemy runner
the Warlock has what I like to call a second super as his grenade. What is it? Storm grenade?
Deluge.
Deluge grenade. Thank you. Like the it just looks like thunderstorm that kills everything.
It's ridiculous.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, we have yet to successfully use a super on our Warlock because what happened to Burnie happened to me at the same time. Activated the super and got killed. I use it in an act of desperation. So I've seen the crazy lightning storm.
When we get to Mayhem, part of Mayhem,
Oh, I
the
can't wait,
supers are
yeah.
going to recharge like that. So,
Thank you for including that mode, by the way.
we'll-
Mayhem
yeah.
sounds amazing. The Mayhem mode, just the yeah.
So we got to back these guys out. So let's back out. We got to flip over to Mayhem. So yeah, leave matchmaking.
Yeah, this is gonna be nuts. You're gonna go Titan, Burnie?
No,
You want to switch
swap
it up?
On a
You wanna
Titan,
switch
and we'll do
classes up?
Hunter.
No, you swap it. I'll swap it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I go Hunter?
got it. Here you go. Because I'd like to talk to these guys some more.
Want to switch classes?
You know Hunter.
Yeah, we get. I mean,
Yeah,
we can get another class up on the main
Guys,
screen.
you wanna play?
Like, yeah, let's put the Hunter up there.
Are you a hunter?
I can switch it
Hey,
to
you
Hunter.
want to go to change character? Let's switch you over.
Let's see.
So Luke Smith, your career path has been very interesting in the video game industry because you've seen just about every side of E3.
Yeah.
You started off in games journalism.
Yep.
And then you were in community for a while, and
Yep.
now you're a developer. You're the creative director for this released version of Destiny, year 2.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. It's not that. Yeah, it has been really cool to see it from all sides. Yeah, I mean it's still a lot of running around, still a lot of talking to
Keep
folks,
joining,
just like it
join your
was.
friends
A lot of
back up,
interviews
so let's
still.
pull that up. Go to your fire
But
team.
more air conditioning.
Yep, enjoy.
Yeah,
A little bit more air conditioning.
less
yeah.
lines for you.
Yeah, well, no lines because I don't get to see anything.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the kind of the drawback of it. We've been sitting here like looking at things that we want to go see, but just haven't had any time to do it. And you were with One Up for how long?
So everyone always thinks it was longer than it was. I was with One Up for less than a year, about
Really?
10 months. And then I went to Bungie to do what I say, write jokes for the internet.
Yeah.
And then that didn't last for too long either. And I worked on Reach in development, and then after that, I've been in a new role, new series of roles. Yeah.
And last time I talked to you, that was right before Destiny came out. You were in the process of designing a lot of the strikes, if I recall correctly.
No, I was the lead designer for the Vault of Glass. So
Oh, okay.
the raid team, I worked with those guys, hired a bunch of them. We have an amazing raid team, and I worked with a bunch of those guys on the Vault of Glass. And then after I finished the Vault of Glass, that's when I shifted over to the Taken King.
So is that the way? Does the team work where like you trade off like that? Like somebody, for instance, say you were working on Vault of Glass, and there was a different designer working on Crota at the same time. It's just like a stair stepping of it.
It happened to work out that way, but that, I mean, mainly was just because there was a different need. Like we had a different role that we needed to fill. So I shifted over, and one of the designers stepped up and did a great job.
Great.
Ooh, look at that gun. It's a good
That's
looking gun.
Amalon right there. That's Amalon.
I really like Vault of Glass, by the way. It's good.
I do too.
You know, Adam, you talked a little bit before about, you know, if you switch something out and play something differently, it feels like you're cheating in some weird way. I've had weird conversations that I've never had around Destiny with my friends, where it's like, "Hey, we're gonna play on Wednesday," and then they're like, "Great, yeah." And you do that like 6 weeks in a row, and then one week like, "Hey, we're gonna play tonight," and then some guy goes, "Oh, I played last night. I played on Tuesday, but I'll play with you guys again." It's like, no, it's not the same. It's just these weird like
Cheated on us.
moments of betrayal just because you found out he did the raid with somebody else that week.
One of the things that my group of friends has been going through with Prison of Elders is, you know, we used to we'd run as 6. We'd, Crota Zen, Vault of Glass, we'd run as 6, and PoE we've split into like 2 smaller groups of 3, and that's led to like some of that tension where you're like, oh, I haven't got to play with, you know, Billy in a while. Like, I miss Billy. Billy plays at different hours now because we don't have to get back together. So this fall in the Taken King, we're really excited to have a new raid return.
Yeah.
and another opportunity for you and that band to get back together.
I'm super excited about it. Yeah, I've always had such a good time with the raids. It's always been a lot of fun. And then once we got to the point with Crota, where we could go back after playing Crota and play Vault of Glass, I mean, then you get a huge fix for the week. And eventually I'm going to unlock Gallahorn and Cirrus Regime. Those are the two that I'm chasing right now.
I've found, and I talked about this a little bit this week. Like almost everyone has their own little white whale, the thing that they're looking for. Like one of my best friends is still looking for a Hawk Moon. I've sharded 8 of them.
Hawk Moon chooses you.
Yeah.
It does not. It's picky.
I've gotten more people. I've gotten a ton of people their Black Hammers. I don't have one. I don't think I'm ever gonna get one.
Black
It's
Hammer's
delicious.
Yeah, and then even when people pull similar exotics, I mean, everyone will choose one that they like the best. I think that really what tells the story of the character, Guardian that an individual player builds are the exotics that they choose to use. And at first I didn't understand the decision to only allow you to arm one exotic. The longer I played, the more I understood that decision.
You get so used to your own exotic too that like sometimes you'll be playing and I'll be like, I think I'm hearing 3 icebreakers. It's like I recognize all these sounds. Like
Luke,
this is Team Icebreaker now.
Can we say what we call icebreaker internally?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
We call it game breaker because I mean it's just like frequently you'll be like, let's go get our icebreakers out. And we're like, oh my god, yeah.
The ability to avoid the ammo economy completely is, as it turns out, a pretty powerful skill.
It's
it's pretty
fun
nice.
though, but
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Upgrade
But I mean,
and
with
they
this,
explode and get
I think
a
the thing
headshot.
that I get excited about with the new subclasses is because we'll have now another support class. I hope that the conversation you're going to have with your friends for a raid or a strike or whatever else, you're going to be thinking a lot more about the composition that you're bringing in there. Like right now, everybody's like, somebody get their goddamn bubble titan. We need the bubble titan. But I hope now you're going to be thinking a lot more about like, oh, okay, hey, go get your hunter. Let's bring it out. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm still chasing the achievements that you guys have released. Any plan to put out more achievements? Because you guys are following a very unconventional release strategy here.
Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier this week in an interview that the Taken King does have new achievements. So achievements and trophies for players to go get.
I mentioned earlier that I did not know. So
Really?
Do you guys have Flawless Raider?
I have not done a flawless raider run because some of the kids I play with just aren't good enough.
Is that what it is? You don't
I've had flawless runs,
when
but
when one of the other engineers, Chris Chambers, is on the live team, I will never forget the morning he came in. He walked in, put his cup of coffee down, and he was like, "I did it, flawless raider, it happened." And I was like,
I'm already up.
It's one of those achievements where you look at it as soon as the game comes out and you're like, I'll never get that. But then
Oh,
might one day.
that was maybe not the right use of the shadow shot super there.
Even worse, Gavin, when it comes out, you see it and you go, that doesn't sound too hard. Then you play the game for about 10 hours, you're like, that's never gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm just waiting till the characters get up to level 50, and then I'll go back to Vault of Glass and get flawless.
I'll never forget the time I went into Vault of Glass level 26 and I was like, this is never gonna happen.
Smith was giving me shit because he's like, have you done hard mode? And I hadn't done hard mode VOG. And I was like, no. He's like, do hard mode. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. And he's like, go do it. And then that's how I got when Gallahorn chose me, it was on hard mode. So I think it happened. So.
My kiddo, he's 10, he loves Destiny. We let him play it. I don't let him play Crucible because he exploits a loophole where he's not allowed to shoot people. So he doesn't play Crucible, but he plays campaign. I let him play Crucible once in the first week the game was out. Game was over. He ranked 3rd in the match, unlocks Gallahorn. And he goes, hey, look at this. Look at this. And I go, oh, that's an exotic weapon. He goes, it's a rocket launcher. And I go, neat. Neither one of us had any idea how important that was going to be. He's had Gallahorn since the very beginning. And somebody Bungie told me the math on that.
Everyone could have had Gallahorn from the beginning.
When Xur sold it, I mean, a lot of people were like, whatever. And I was like,
I'd never put a heavy weapon exotic. I'd never use that.
All right. So I'm not going to ask the obvious question, which is Xur ever going to sell Gallahorn again? But I will ask you, do you guys talk about it every single week?
I think that, there is a small number of folks at Bungie who have access to that sort of knowledge. For the most part, we're in the same boat as y'all, though. We're, I'm logging to Destiny DB or logging to Reddit at 2 reset time on Thursday, And I look to see what he has too because
So-
I'm curious.
Is there who decides going?
It's
Like,
not-
is there
it's-
a real Zer behind the scenes?
We've talked about this before too. No one actually decides what he has. It's like like we can sample to make sure he's not repeating. Like we in the Dark
okay.
Below. I think there was a period in the Dark Below where he like back to back offered the same stuff, and we had to make an
We will
emergency
we will intervene.
emergency
Like, Zer, what are you doing?
intervention. Like the 9 had to call down and speak to Zer about what he was offering that week.
Interesting. So it's just like Destiny decides what Zer is selling.
Yeah, the
Like
game
like
ain't even
Timmons
over.
said, the game. Yeah, Galhorn chooses you.
It's awesome.
Well,
whoa, what was that?
Guy? Look out for that guy.
Is he lightning hands?
Yeah,
Yep,
Yeah,
that is.
that's
Emperor
Palpatine.
Palpatine.
Palpatine
Oh,
right there. Oh,
Whoa, whoa.
Get him. Get him. So yours.
So yeah, so this is Mayhem. Pretty much everything, every timer that controls, like your super, grenades, how fast you spawn,
Everything's
heavy,
up.
everything is just cranked.
Yeah.
So how often does the super come into play then?
It's very fast.
It's like once a minute or
It's
something.
pretty-
It's pretty
wow.
fast. Without any heat modification from
So
kills.
this might actually be the best mode to play it when the new supers are around. So you can practice with them better.
It's a blast. Yeah, I mean Mayhem's a blast. And we're showing at E3 here. We're showing our 2 maps.
no.
Sector 618 and Crossroads. Crossroads is really fun for us, which I hope we get to play next game because, we'll talk about that when we get to it. Yeah, this is Sector 618.
Are you gonna make a Bone Thugs and Harmony joke?
Oh.
We're gonna see you at the Crossroads.
Oh yeah, man. I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
See.
Yeah, dude, look how fast that bar's charging up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we go? Okay. Looking for guys to smoke out.
Oh, look at that bow icon.
Oh, there we go.
Oh god.
Gee, you
Oh,
smoked yourself.
No.
So does it smoke you just as much as it smokes everyone else?
When it hits them, it's like a full disorientation.
Okay.
Like a full screen effect. There's the bow. Oh, you got
That was super versus super. Damn it.
That must happen a lot in this mode, I would think.
Was that your first time shooting that?
I shot it a couple times at the wall.
You shut at the wall. Just
First time at a
test it
first.
out.
It takes a little bit of practice because your camera will pull back. You'll make sure you get a line.
Right. That was one of the cool moments in that cinematic was where they're like running out and it's just like
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
zooms out.
Who are they playing against right now? Are they playing against?
Aren't there people here, or are they back at the
nearby?
booth? Maybe I don't know how this is all wired up.
Is this
We
all
have-
served?
We don't know. Okay.
Yeah, like we had our
Control
amazing
center?
guys from the IT team here come set everything up.
There's
Oh,
a
so we're
sword
playing
breaker running around on fire. Yep.
The actual
Yep,
development
there
team of
he
Bungie
is.
employees.
Oh god. Oh god.
Throwing hammers.
What's it like to have a game like this?
Okay, so that's-
where it's in development for a long cycle. You guys are the only people in the world that get to touch it. You're the best in the world for what? 3 hours after it comes out?
30 seconds. I mean, like by the time the beta or the alpha's live last year,
Our-
like we're already
Our
yeah.
our 2 best Bungie employees. We had one that for like a moment cracked the top, maybe like the top 100 on like Destiny Tracker, and like for Crucible for like a split second. Kevin Giannis and then Pumper are our 2 best players. But
Dude, stop jumping off.
we're maybe I can hold my own. We're maybe good for like 30 seconds.
Yep.
Or, I mean,
We're
we were getting wrecked in the alpha and the beta. I was like, whatever. I don't.
I
getting
just-
pretty old, man. Like
Yeah.
you're much younger you and much younger me used to be a little bit better at this. We're not holding the controllers for good reason. Like it'll be pretty. I mean, we're just getting old.
Oh, it's interesting because we came up with Griffball for Halo, and there was a time where you and I, Burnie, were the best in the world at Griffball,
It was like 2 matches.
and then
Yeah.
it quickly turned immediately upside down.
People
like-
were like jumping off the walls and like,
Yeah,
something
like
I didn't know
doing
you could
spin
do.
moves and
Yeah.
everything.
They were like
So does
jump in the
the
air and
smoke
hammer
bomb
and
stop my
then launch
super?
themselves.
It felt like it took my super.
Was that the smoke bomb, or were you tethered by the bow?
If you get tethered, if you get
I
tethered,
think that was
it'll-
tethered.
yep. There you go.
I watched Colton do a jump midair,
You
draw
got
the
the
bow.
bow. Yep. Go, 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 go,
And
go,
then
go.
he
Rush.
fell.
Follow the
You gotta
line
think-
to the
you gotta
guy.
follow the tether. Oh, God.
Oh no.
Oh, come on.
Well, we won though. We won though.
There you go.
Hey, good job. Burnie, you want
St.
Titan?
Patrick's Day shader there.
Yeah.
You want a Titan, don't you?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, they're telling me we have about 5 more minutes. Sorry, I have a voice in my ear. I'm not
okay.
going crazy over here. I'm like you got the 1,000-yard stare. Yeah, they're telling me we have time for probably one more match.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Hopefully it's gonna be Crossroads. Crossroads is fun because we're bringing back some of one of our favorite devices for Crucible, man cannons. So they have man cannons on them. So I hope we get to play it. We'll see.
Cool.
What the matchmaking gods roll.
Are we? I mean, true story. Are we allowed to call them man cannons still? Do we need to like lift jets or something?
Or
I like
Homo
the
sapien for
I have no idea.
hyper hiders or
Jumper.
wisp blow. I don't see. I hope we can use man cannons.
Man pusher.
I don't know. Did anyone come over when he said it? Man cannon.
No.
Huh?
Call it the dorsal lateral cannon. What are the initials for that? They wouldn't be deal for you or anything.
Dude
deal-
shooter.
Hey,
Shooter.
hey, wait a second.
So let me ask you a question. So when this game first came out, too, it was hard to classify what kind of game it is. And the term, I don't want to have another term, it's going to choke me out here, but like MMO was thrown around.
And we would get asked that all. People would come up and they'd be like, "So what's Destiny?" And now it's much easier because hopefully people have played it. But I mean, the thing that I tell people when people ask me, I'm like, "Look, to me, it's a game that feels good in your hands to shoot aliens while you're playing with your friends and hopefully enjoying a good beer if you're over 21."
Yeah, I guess you can class it, but it's like, what's the point? It's Destiny, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's a good excuse to get online
Yeah.
and hang out with your buddies and shoot aliens because it's fucking relaxing.
Well, it's funny because it's complete reverse this year. There's another game here very similar called The Division, and when I played, I'm like, oh, it's like Destiny, and the guy was like, yeah, I guess it's like Destiny. It's like you got your 3 friends. It's not an RPG. It's not an MMO, but it uses different elements. I'm like, okay, you guys just did it first, so.
All right, here we go. We're on Crossroads.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Mars, baby.
So it's on Mars.
Look at those dude shooters.
They're done. They're dude shooters.
Mayhem Clash. Alpha Team.
So
You can switch your guns up.
there's no Jupiter or Saturn, right? Not yet.
Destroy them.
What was the question?
No Jupiter or Saturn yet.
No, but in the Taken King this fall, there is a brand new destination. So, like, we've built a whole new place for you to go. It's a giant ship in the sky. It's Oryx, the Taken King's fortress. It's going to have new patrols. There's new strikes there, and that's where the new raid's going to take place. So there's like new ground for players to tread on this fall.
Interesting. Oh!
You're falling behind.
So I've got the bow, right? In a second.
Yeah, in a second it's gonna come.
I'm gonna use this bow.
You're in the lead.
Yep.
Hey! Oh, I did
And
that.
you got bounty hit you too.
Oh, we hit each
You're
other.
bound- you're bound
If
now.
you shoot the
So
ball,
what
it'll
did he
pop
hit?
you out of
Or did he
the.
just hit the ground.
If you take a left, your man cannon, the man cannons are around to the left. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Yep.
Hammer
Yeah.
cannon.
All
Point,
The hammer
point blank hammered me.
Ass. I see you.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ. That was
So
not
as
nice.
you can see, there's in Mayhem, there's usually a lot of supers in play, a lot of grenades, but
Yeah, it's actually a. Whoa.
There's a lot of color on the screen.
Yeah.
It's totally a different way of playing because.
Where are we on Venus? Where is this?
No, this is Mars.
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 Valis Tark is in the background. Is way no.
Okay.
The whole of the ground is on fire. Oh. So do I choose when to fire it, or does it fire when it
Kind of
happens?
heavy just coming up.
What was your question?
Do I actually have any deciding factor in when it shoots the bow, or is it just a timer?
Once you pull it, all right, go through it. Ready?
Oh.
Nice.
What grenade is this that I got?
So so you are playing with the slash grenade. It's gonna be this full sort of like horizontal like wall of void. It's awesome to basically, especially if you're playing like PvE and you want to basically push back ahead to hold back space. So it's good for again for support. There you go. Oh,
Jesus, you almost pulled me. Oh.
there you go. I got the
Hit him.
smoke.
Nice.
Nice.
I
Yep.
smoked him.
First place kill.
Wow, look how quickly that smoke recharges, dude.
No.
Nope. Okay. Did I get him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Smoked him. 10.
I'm just.
So at this point, how long does something stay in development, like from inception to making its way out to the audience?
It sort of depends on the. I mean, when we think about making a new thing, we get a team together and we're like, go make something cool. Here's all the amount of time. So, when Smith was thinking about taking King, we knew that it was going to be a major expansion, sort of a lot bigger of a project. So they had more time than some of the other ones. So it really does vary depending on what we're making.
And do you guys have, like, when you're thinking about the narrative of Destiny, you know, where it's going, what you're going to build out. I mean, are you headed towards something? Do you have something idea of where it is going to be in 10 years, and are working backwards from it? Or
We have a roadmap like an evolving roadmap that we're building and following to some degrees and reshaping in a bunch of ways. Like we can never. There's a point where we can't always plan for everything because our fans are going to react and they're going to have a bunch of questions and feedback and great ideas. Like we're always listening to our community, and so they're also, you know, while we're working on the roadmap maybe for, you know, releases, like they're helping us shape the roadmap of the live game. Like we've updated this thing. I mean, I've been with Bungie for a while. Timmins even longer. We've updated this thing more than any game we've shipped. Like just the standalone Destiny product.
I mean, like, you know, Monday, we had a lot of news Monday because we were discussing Taken King. But we also, you know, we actually released our 30th patch that came out that was specifically around, you know, Prison of Elders. We had a bunch of feedback on Prison of Elders, and so we are constantly, you know, we have a whole team, the live team, and what they're doing is listening to community feedback, coming out with, you know, improvements. But some of the stuff that the community wants, like suggestions for strikes, that kind of thing, the only way we can address those is when we're like, we actually need a major release like the Taken King to say, go build a better strike, go build a new destination, that kind of thing. So it's sort of that mixture between small improvements we can make on the live team and then for something like the Taken King, much bigger improvements.
yeah, and you guys can adapt to things on the fly too. I mean, I don't know what was behind the decision. I got into Destiny first week and then got busy with a project that I was working on, so I came back after like 2 or 3 weeks, got back into it, and by that point, salvage had been removed from the multiplayer choices. Was that something you guys always had planned, or is that a reaction?
We are constantly listening to people about like thinking about. I mean, we call that programming. We're talking about what is going to be slotted and when, what's going to go live on a weekend, what's going to come out. We're constantly iterating on that stuff. Absolutely.
You know what I really like? I like the app.
The companion.
The companion app is awesome. And I love that you guys let us take stuff in and out of the vault through the app. It's real handy.
We are so lucky. I mean, we have our own internal team that they do website, our app development. That's all us. It's all in house. I mean, that team, they were like, we think this is going to be cool. And when it came out, I mean, we couldn't believe the statistics on the number of people who are both playing, using the app at the same time.
I have it up the whole time.
Absolutely.
When I play at home, I bring it up immediately.
And then that's also the same team that we have that's also releasing some of the APIs that we expose to our community. We're like, all right, now you guys do cool stuff. And then we see cool stuff that they were coming out with. Like, it was last week that I started seeing, I saw like Ishtar Collective was this awesome site for Grimoire cards. We've seen a bunch of stuff that basically do different amounts for management, similar stuff with and it's awesome to see. It's great.
Somebody told me a hilarious story about the app where they were showing off something new to one of their friends, let him play on his profile, and then when he finished the match, he got out the app, and he's always lorded the fact that he has Galahorn over his buddy, and he got out the app and transferred Galahorn from the vault, so it popped. And he thought he got a second Galahorn. He was like, his friend was like,
it's good for troll. Yes, the app is good for trolling. Absolutely. Good.
An unintended.
And then his friend was like, I'm going to shard it. And then, that'd be funny.
Oh, that would have been a nightmare.
Ooh, Sharding nice. Galahorn does we do track that.
Oh shit! Really?
We know if you've sharded it. Yeah, if you've disrespected the Galahorn, you know.
Oh no!
You will never again.
I was gonna say, I hope the person who actually mines those metrics has a Galahorn themselves, because it's like this constant just rubbing in.
Nice. So that's green. That's the smoke. That's green effect.
Oh god. Oh.
I can see why you guys call it
flying all around.
Yeah, it's like you'll hear these like conversational lulls where no one's talking because they're just sitting here like watching.
Sure,
like,
and then people at home are doing the same thing. Yeah.
So beautiful.
Whoever named this game type named it the correct thing.
Yes.
Mayhem.
Oh, nice.
So I tethered him. It's so satisfying, even when you miss. Wow, except when you get shot.
Well, guys,
You done good.
That was
Timmins,
awesome.
Luke Smith, we're obviously big fans, but thank you so much for taking your game,
Thank
bringing
you
it
for
here to the
playing.
booth. We
Thank you.
really appreciate it and letting us play it again. And thank you, Luke, especially for seeing how many kills I got in my match and not saying a goddamn word about it. Thank you very much. All right, thanks to Bungie. Thanks for Destiny. Thanks, guys.